My name is John Copeland with 51 Blocks, and today I'm here to talk to you about keyword stuffing and the way that Google's algorithm is now fairly sophisticated in tracking down this particular optimization technique. And what used to work in the past can get you penalized today and actually removed from the Google algorithm. So knowing what keyword stuffing is and how to avoid it is crucial to success with your SEO efforts on your website. The do's and don'ts of keyword stuffing, and we're going to start with the don'ts so you have some idea of the things not to do, and then the solutions will come later. You want to be careful not to overuse any one particular keyword phrase, and the most common place that I see people do this is in the body copy itself. I have a general rule of thumb that I will only use a keyword phrase once per 100 words. Some people believe 2% or even 5% keyword density is okay, but I've seen some of those sites that have been over-optimized with 5% keyword density get penalized. So I've backed it all the way down to once per 100 words while I use a keyword phrase. Now, when you look at this nursing school information paragraph on the right, you can see that I've gone overboard with trying to show you what a stuffed paragraph can look like. But when you get done writing any piece of content for the web, let's say you get to 500 words, go back and look through what you've written and see if you've used any phrase more than 5 times. If you have, you need to walk that back so that you're not over-optimizing any particular phrase. Figure out long tail variations or other ways to say that keyword phrase so that you never get into the penalty zone of over-optimization and keyword stuffed body copy. The next one on the list, don't stuff keywords in page titles. I'm going to show you this page title here for a plumber who is trying to show for leak detection, and every variation of leak detection possible, including leak detection services, leak detection company, leak detection plumber, leak detection experts, leak detection professionals. While those are all great long tail variations of the keyword leak detection, in there they should have picked the number one keyword phrase that they're trying to show for and use that in the page title. And then use the rest of these as keyword phrases down through the body copy to help support the primary keyword phrase of leak detection company or leak detection plumber or whatever the number one keyword phrase might be. To put all of these into the title is one of the quickest signals to Google that you're trying to show for too many keywords at one time, and will honestly get this page potentially removed from the Google index entirely. So don't overstuff your keywords. That's one of the worst techniques you can use, even though 5 years ago that was a technique that worked and worked fairly well. Don't isolate keywords in link text, and I'm going to go to a famous SEO expert blog where they used just link text to elevate their reputation for the phrase squirrel extermination and squirrel infestation, and in fact got themselves to the top of Google by doing this. This was 2 or 3 years ago. And you can see in this little one paragraph here how many of these links are particular to just the keyword phrase. This is a technique that again used to work, but today will get you penalized for over-optimization as well. You want to be more organic with your links. You want to move people around the website to deeper and more relevant content. There's no question about that. But by doing so with links that make sense, that a reader would naturally think to click, and not by doing anything of this sort where you use squirrel extermination, squirrel extermination, squirrel extermination, squirrel infestation, squirrel infestation, squirrel outbreak, squirrel extermination. Again, you're just letting Google know that you're trying to game the algorithm by over-optimization of your anchor text, and Google has caught on to this, and if you do these kinds of things, you risk getting taken out of the index entirely. Don't saturate your alt tags with keywords. That's another trick that a lot of people used to use, especially for difficult keywords or phrases that were hard to work into body copy. They just stuff them in the alt tag, and sometimes alt tags would be 200-300 characters long. Well, looking at how to choose the right athletic shoes here, you can see we've got a variety of images on the page, and these guys have actually done a really nice job of being literal with their alt tags. When you go look in the code, you can see that this alt tag is illustration of shoe soles. You can't really get much more literal than that. We've got the New Balance and Nike Free XT Motion athletic shoes, the Reebok Premier, Zigfly, etc., etc. So you want to use the alt tag to describe exactly what the image is and only what the image is. You'll notice missing from this is any description of how to choose athletic shoes or even the word athletic shoes. To put athletic shoe in each one of these alt tags would have been another way to trick Google, and for Google to ultimately find you and think, you're over-optimizing your website, I'm going to pull you from the Google index. So use keyword phrases in moderation. Again, once per 100 words is the rule of thumb. Do include long tail versions. The leak detection plumber, leak detection expert, those are good, but those don't belong in the title. They belong peppered throughout the content. Write engaging and useful content that you know your user will appreciate, and descriptions need to be literal in your alt tags. That's your lesson for today. Thanks for listening.